Back. What's going on, brother? All
We
Madden
are.
Podcast brought to you by allmadden.com. Let me get that in. Allmadden.com for all of your All Madden merch needs. Go over there, get an AirPods cover, get some shirts, mugs, all that shit. How's it going, bro?
Good. How are you? AirPod cover. You need it.
Do you have a AirPod cover? I got one right here. I don't have the All Madden one yet, but
No,
I
my
re-
my shit's just bare naked, butt cheek naked, just walking around.
man.
Yeah. But I also don't have a phone cover, so I'm just not a cover guy.
Oh my god, you're going naked on both
Yeah,
on
phone case.
both?
Yeah. I got a screen protector, but that's about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got the white, nice rubbery case and no screen protector up front.
Yeah, big scared is what I
But
you know.
it's good to see you, bro. We got a
Good to
lot to
see
talk
you.
about today. Let me lay it out for the listeners. So we have you mentioned in the chat. It is the first week that we can see the award races. So we're going to bounce around, look at the award races, see how they're going. We have a very special league member spotlight, a one of our great league members that we haven't gotten to yet. I can't believe we hadn't gotten to this guy yet. So we'll do him.
Okay.
And then the tiers. The tiers have been moving around. So we gotta cover some of the movement. And we got a new league member as of today. So much to talk about today. We might
We
be
do
here
have
all
a lot
night.
to talk about. Yeah, seriously. So we're gonna have to kind of like get through these fast because you're right. Um, I mean, start us off. What should we just start off with? Kind of like the sad part of the
Mm,
pod, kind of like saying goodbye to Derek for now at least, and then from there it's all up.
yeah, for sure. So goodbye to a great league member, our boy Derek. He went out on not a great note. He lost. He gave up like 75 points to the Jaguars, but apparently that was not the reason for him leaving. He said he just can't, he doesn't have time really to dedicate to this league anymore. And I totally understand that. He's got kids. I can't imagine, having multiple kids and then also dedicating time to this league. So, but Derek's been a great member, a great team, kind of a perennial playoff team. What do you have to say about Derek?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Derek, man. I'm gonna miss him and his 72-inch TV, video game playing as. No, he was like you said, man. Long time before us, right? He's one of the OG
Yeah.
members, as they call him. Everybody loved him. Great member. Oh, so much fun to play with. I'm still gonna be playing with some Call of Duty with him. So I'll keep you guys updated on his life because I know a lot of people care. But he even just dropped out of the chat. Now that was surprising to me a little bit that he
Yeah.
dropped out of the chat. I was like, damn, I'm a little sad. But when you think about it, he's not really a Broncos fan either. So he's a Jags fan. So makes sense because it's literally what all we talk about in the chat is the Broncos and Nuggets and stuff like that. So but yeah, good luck with Derek. Hopefully we'll see him back in a league again when the league's big time. There's always a spot for him. I know we treat one of the you know our OG members a little better than newcomers as far as like the waiting list and all. There's a precedence. So just don't feel like if you're gonna listen to this, don't feel like you can't not come back. I'd love to have Derek back. All right, we can move on from Derek though.
Damn, when you said sad news, I forgot about Derek for a second. I thought you were talking about other tiny bit of sad news. This might actually be the last time I'm podcasting from this studio. Could be the last time you guys see this
Mm,
background. I don't
yeah.
know if you guys heard the news, but my relationship is over. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to all the guys that reached out to me. I really appreciate the boys in the chat that reach out to me on a personal level about this stuff. So Dallin, Edge, Trout, Dan, Timmy, Joke, Stevie, Levon, and Brina all reached out to me personally just to kind of see how I was doing with the whole deal. So really appreciate those guys. But I'm all good. It's all good. It's weird times right now, but it's for the best. So appreciate all those boys.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Two new beginnings, man.
Yes,
In the
sir.
beginning, I don't know if you've seen that video, but all right. Let's enough with the sad news. Let's get into the fun
Yes.
stuff, cool
Yes.
stuff. We'll talk about some of the exciting stuff that everybody wants to hear about.
Facts. Okay. Let's start with the NFL MVP race. And I'll say this just so it doesn't look like you're, jumping all over it to, toot your own horn a little bit. But we're what, 9 games in for most teams, 8 games in for some teams. And right now, the leader in the MVP race is none other than quarterback of the Vegas Raiders, Josh Allen. Congratulations, bro.
What? I had no idea. Thanks, man. Thanks. God damn, man. It's so MVP leader, top 10 MVP leaders board, right? It's when you go through down in the names and look at the names, all it is pretty much all the stat padding players in the league. Uh, some great names on here, fun players on here. Jarrell Hall on number 2. That's a
Unbelievable.
I mean, he's having a hell of a year. Like he's out there competing against Justin Herbert as far as like being productive and um, his interception touchdown ratio. Is almost as good as Justin Herbert's up there. So super crazy, surprising game, and we can talk about some of this stuff later when we touch up our tiers. But coming off a big win against the Packers too,
Yeah, dude.
beat down against the Packers. So that's a cool name. You got Herbert at number 3 with Aeneas Smith followed up. Those two would always be in a conversation, right? Yes, fuck the Lakers. Go Nuggets. Big Nuggets podcast over here. And then let's see. We got some of the stat beasts in here. Jonte Cook,
Here, can you just read it? Can you read it top to bottom for the folks listening at home?
Okay, so you got top number 1 coming in, Josh Allen, followed with Jaren Hall, Justin Herbert, Aeneas Smith, Jonte Cook. That's your top 5. And then the last 5 spots, you got TDP from the Steelers, Flipper Anderson from the Commanders, Will Levis, the Falcons quarterback, Tony Pollard, and Quentin Johnston, another Vegas. So it's funny, AFC West, man, it's probably like, we give a lot of props to AFC West, but just the air raid, just offensive juggernauts. Yeah, Aeneas Smith, Justin Herbert, and then Josh Allen and Quentin Johnston is pairs competing for MVPs. Love to see it.
Yeah, and RK raises a good point in the chat. Like, this is the time where it's like, if you get one game up on somebody, I think Josh Allen maybe has played one more game than those 2 Broncos guys. It can be a quick swing in the MVP race. So I think Jonte Cook might fall off a little bit. He had such a hot start to the season, but I think it's kind of taking shape. Like, we'll have Josh Allen, Jaren Hall, and Justin Herbert kind of duking it out for this MVP spot. And I think those are 3 super deserving guys. I'm excited to see who can kind of win that race.
Yeah, absolutely. And to that point, kind of to piggyback off of it, Raiders still have their bye week coming up, week 11. So as far as stats and passing yards, passing touchdowns, obviously Broncos just coming off a bye week. So there's gonna be some movement up there for sure. All right, let's we're not gonna obviously go through all of these, but let's hit some of the fun ones. Coach of the year, kind of.
That's not really a fun one to me. That's like all random, I feel like.
I agree. All right, so let's start with offensive player of the years. On the AFC side, again, just beast. Oh man, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of top 5 players are wide receivers, and then top 5, all of them are wide receivers. So we got Aeneas Smith, Jonte Cook, Quentin Johnston, Josh Downs, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Your best receivers from the AFC, or best offensive players, I should say. And then if you flip to NFC, you got Flipper Anderson, Tony Pollard, Jameson Williams from the Lions, Tyler Harrell. Is this damn, I don't even know who that is.
He's a receiver, super fast receiver.
Okay, so he's up there. And then Jordan Addison from that beast ass wide receiver class that came out a couple of years back. Let's see. Switch back to AFC. Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons. Big Javon Holland. Wow. From the Dolphins, number 2. Rocky Lee Martin. Is that my player?
Yeah.
Nice. And what position does he play?
Yeah, I think he's a safety. Named after Castro's dog. Dogs.
Oh, one of them's Rocky, one of them's Lee, and one of them's Martin.
I think it's Rocky Lee and Martin are his two Chihuahuas.
Word. Okay. Um, Will Anderson Jr., obviously, Xavier Howard. So two Browns up here on that stacked defense. Man, they got embarrassed this last tough game for them against the Patriots this week. Michael Parsons, the clear
Best
lead.
defensive player in the
Yeah,
league.
for sure. On the NFC, Jason Roloff. That's another my player, I believe, right?
What team?
Falcons. He's got to
Oh
be.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Um, Daniel Hunter, Nick Bosa from dominant Green Bay Packers defense, Marshawn
Mhm.
Lattimore, and then Cameron Curl from the new Cardinals owner. You got a good defensive guy over there too, so
Okay.
gonna be a fun. There's obviously. Oh, let's talk about the rookies. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see, offensive player of the rookie, Jonte Cook, Caleb Johnson. Is that
Who's that?
from the Chiefs? Is that my player? I don't know.
No,
Uh,
I don't think so.
At number
Caleb
3, we got
Jones.
Brian Para, little beast ass running back. I just played against him, even though he
Mm-hmm.
was a CPU. He was just a menace out there. Harry Chestman in number 4 from the Patriots. Hey,
Hey,
he's
let's
been
go,
going off.
Chessman.
Yeah, congratulations, you're up there.
Thank you.
Um, and then a couple other guys in there. Let's see, NFC. Flipper Anderson, obviously a MVP candidate, so he's gonna be on the
Yeah,
offensive.
let's stop. Let's stop on Flipper Anderson for a little bit because
Go
he's
ahead.
popped up 3 times now.
Uh
I
huh.
pull up his stats. Only 39 catches, but 1,300 yards and 16 touchdowns. He's averaging 34 yards a catch.
Oh
Let
my
me see how
god,
fast this dude is.
he's got to
Hidden
be a
dev. Oh my god, 98 speed.
Jesus. Every time this game gets to the point when we're like, you know what, speed's not everything. You can, use other things. You're gonna lose if you only depend on the speed, and then they switch right back up, and players like this are dominating out there. So yeah, speed kills still.
Not only a speed guy, 95 excel, 95 release, 97 agility, dude. That
Oh
is
my god,
freakish.
go route monster, huh?
Yeah,
Probably
damn.
can't run routes, but you don't need
81 deep route. It's not bad.
not bad at all. Uh, let's see, Calvin O'Connor from the Giants, Stevie Cleaver, number 3 tight end from the Panthers.
Okay.
He's been beasting it out in Charlotte out there. So Harry Chestman for offensive rookie of the year, Mike says. Mike Hopkins, speaking of Mike on the NFC side, number 5, 0-8 Vikings. At least the rookie's beating. Is he
What position?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you. Mike, what
Hold on.
position your my player is? Chime in.
Wide receiver. 6'2", 220. He's got 716 yards, 3 touchdowns. Okay.
All right.
Averaging about 90 yards a game. Love to see that.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Man, this is
Superstar.
awesome. Switching to the defensive rookie of the year, and this is where a lot of people made their money creating my players. Top 3 spots. Actually, top 4, 5, 6, I think even. So pretty much all the top players on here. Jason Roloff, number 1 from the Falcons. That is my player. Michael Edge, number 2 from the Lions, my player. Number 3, Mon Viller from the Bears, another my player.
Yeah, Montviller. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Derek Holm from the Cardinals, another Johnny Denver. I don't know
Oh.
if that's I think that's
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
It
it is,
is.
right? Okay, and then
What
Caleb
team?
Downs. It's the Saints.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you got Caleb Downs, Travis Hunter. These are Dallin Denton from the Commanders on here. It's awesome. Yeah, it's fun.
I know. I love Dallin talking about his guy in the chat. It's like, "Oh, yeah, Dallin had a good game." It's like
Yeah. Oh
so funny.
man. And then on the AFC side, kind of the same thing. Rocky Lee Martin out there. Billy Swinging D. I love that one from
Mm,
the Timmy's guy. Let's see.
good
He's the
shit,
most
Mike.
productive wide receiver in my 3+ year history in the league. 3 touchdowns. Come on, bro. Feed that man a ball in red zone.
Yeah,
Um, Anthony Barker from Vegas. That's my rookie, not my player, but shout out to him.
nice.
Logan Tweitmeyer, number 5. Alex Walker, Phil Gallegos. Like All
Hmm.
these Poach Crime, all these guys, Benjamin Lava, love it. Love to see it. So I'm glad that people actually are getting used to use out of their my player rookies. That's good stuff.
Yeah, my player has been such a great addition. Love to see the boys using their guys.
It was fun. It was fun for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I think that pretty much wraps up all the, and then we'll obviously keep a track of the awards races as we go. Man, this is I love this is the fun part of the season, right? Like you got to start winning. If you need to get in the playoffs, you got to start winning right about now. So, um, people are getting nervous, anxious. The buys are settling in. You know, you this is it. People who are like floating around 500. You know, checking scoreboard watching every single game. So fun
Know what's
time.
kind of weird? Know what's kind of weird about our league though?
What's up?
Trade deadline came and went, and it was super quiet. Like
Yeah.
I feel like everybody shoots their load in like the off season when it comes to making trades, and then it's over. You know, they don't. The refractory period is all season. They don't start making trades again until
I
next off season.
I put about, let me see. Can you see how many people you have on trade the line? I was gonna
Yeah,
say I
unless
put
you're Joke. Joke puts guys on the trade block every single week.
yeah. So what I did, I went into like actual trade, like on a game trade,
Hmm.
whatever, and I put all my players that I wanted to trade. I had like 6 or 7, but I feel like nobody really wanted those guys anyway, so I didn't really push it out like Choke does.
Nobody does anybody check put in the chat if you actually check the trade block in game. I never check that shit.
No, I don't. Unless I'm. I think off season is the one when I'm like looking at it every day, kind of like see what people are putting
Mm.
out there. But yeah, like you said, throughout the year, I'm okay to let the boys work. Um, but yeah, great point. It's gone. So now shut up about it. It's before you get a warning.
Yeah, we're warning people now for overposting their trade block guys.
No, you're not supposed to talk trades. No, not this
Oh,
is
right, 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 right.
yeah.
Okay, good call.
God. Speaking of which, I I was thinking about this earlier when we had a new member, as you mentioned earlier, and he comes in and people are like, "Hey, make sure you don't trades this and make sure you don't trade before you talk to your buddies and this and this and that." I was like, "Come on, guys, you get." I feel like at this point you gotta let everybody learn on their own. I think that's
Mm.
part of the fun part of initiating somebody, like a rite of passage almost. You know, getting hosed into some kind of trade. We don't have to give everybody a warning. It's okay for them to learn the hard way. I feel like all us older members learn the hard way, and some of us, you know, we're the ones who are taking advantage of the new guys. So, uh, just leave the guys alone. Let them learn on their own. Okay, let Dan swindle somebody else. It's fine. We're all gonna make fun of them later.
Yeah, they'll learn their lesson the hard way, just like we all had to.
Exactly. Not me. I can never be. You know, I never lose trades, so I understand. Coming from somebody who loses trades all the time and blaming, things like that, like, oh, I was a newcomer and I got swindled in, but it's not my problem. All
Ooh,
right.
and we get a live game update in the chat from our boy Scott. Apparently, the Dolphins are crushing the Falcons right now.
Ooh, that's gonna
That
be
is a
huge.
massive interconference game. Let
Yes,
me check the
God.
score. Oh, 45-17.
Ooh. NFC's not holding up their end of the deal this year, man. We Dolphins recently no, not Dolphins, I'm sorry. Dolphins are beating the Falcons. We had there was another big NFC AFC matchup that
Well, Stevie got, I said it in the chat, he got chewed up and spit out by the AFC East. He lost to me, Joke, and Christian in 3 straight weeks.
yeah. Oh, and then I was gonna say Joke just beat the Giants, our boy
Hmm.
Einhorn. AFC just kind of like spanging around NFC right now, so it's gonna be, man. I'm gonna be upset if this I mean, I got all these boys coming up too, NFC boys coming up too. I got Giants, Lions, Cowboys on the
Ooh,
schedule after the bye, so you know, it's not getting easier, boys. It's not getting easier. All right,
love that.
I'm talking too much. Say something.
No, you're not. You're doing great, dude. Well, I'm going to talk a lot because we got a great league member spotlight. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
a guy I cannot believe that we haven't done this guy yet. And you know what I think it was? I kind of thought back. And I think we kind of started doing league member spotlight right after we had this guy as a guest on the pod. Does that give you a hint of who it is? We
Stevie.
haven't we had no, we haven't had many
Okay.
guests. Not Stevie.
Let's see. We had guest. No, yeah, hit me. I don't remember. We had couple.
Mr. Two Times.
Alex, yeah.
Remember when we had Alex on the pod?
We did have him on a pod. Was it a Super Bowl preview pod or he was just on there?
I don't think it was a Super
Yeah.
Bowl preview. I forget what I think it was like an off-season pod or something. I kind of forget. I'm sure
I
he
do remember
remembers.
him being on a pod. He was a good pod. So
Yeah,
that is crazy that we haven't done Alex before. All right, let's hear it.
I know. Yeah, one of the goats, one of the great guys in the league, a guy that we hung out with in London, just an absolute legend. So
Yes.
everybody knows the drill, but we've got a new league member, so I'll let him know. We do the league member spotlight every podcast where I ask a bunch of questions where we can learn more about some of our league members, and it's kind of a chance for our league members to get their voice through the pod. So I asked Alex how old he is, where he lives, what he does for work, his favorite Madden or DMVR memory, his favorite Madden player, fun fact, or anything else. So let's start with Alex's age. What do you think?
I'm going to say 29, 28,
30.
30. Yeah. Our age.
Our
Wait,
age? No,
no.
not our age. I'm 28.
Yeah. Well, I'll be 29 in July. So I'm getting up there.
29. Dang, you're a couple months older than me. I kind of thought
Yeah.
I was older than you. I got older than you
Never.
energy, though.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I know you got a
It's
kid
so
and
funny.
everything, but
Yeah, I got a kid, a wife. Look at you. You don't have anybody. You don't even have a dog.
damn. All right.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Let me collect
Really
myself.
backhand, yeah. Oh
All right.
man, that was me.
Where does he live? He lives in Columbus, Ohio, born and raised in Dayton, Ohio.
Yep.
All right. So what does he do? He's an account manager for an industrial cable company. You probably don't know what that means. Easiest way to explain it is think of a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola manufacturing plant. That plant needs industrial cables to run the operation smoothly. We sell them cable. The company I work for is based out of Florham Park, New Jersey. Shout out New Jersey. I just started working for them a month ago. The plan is to visit around July to meet my team. I will be checking out the Jersey Shore for the first time ever, and maybe I'll run into Will Jock. Absolutely, you will. We're going to link up for sure in New Jersey. Great state.
Yeah, great laws I heard about rings and all that too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was telling you about that. Or I was telling Castro about that last night in our game, and you overheard it. Basically, if
Yeah.
you propose to a girl, the rule in New Jersey is if the marriage does not go through, I get the ring back. So I'm going to be able to get that. Hopefully, sell it, get some cash back. It'll be nice.
Yeah. Ultra rare law dub for sure.
I know. Yeah. Thanks. Big laws don't benefit us men in relationships very often, so we got to
No.
acknowledge it when it happens. That's a great
Yeah.
call out by you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm a professional.
All right, hold on. Trout in the comments. Let's see what he said. Oh my God, Levon just dug his grave. If he wasn't already Will's son, homie will no longer have a chance in any future game. Oh, okay, guys, you were talking shit. Yeah, since I already own you in Madden games, I'm gonna take it out on you even harder because you just talk some shit saying I don't have any dogs left. So,
No, I'm so scared, dude. You're not even gonna get past first round in the playoffs.
well, I never play you because you never win your division. So, I mean, there's
Yeah,
nothing I can do.
that's what I'm saying. Only way we can meet is in the conference championship, and I'm almost there.
Yeah, I've been waiting for people every time. I've been there all 3 seasons. So,
Damn, and only one Super Bowl. That's sad.
oh yeah, I mean, okay, all right.
All
So,
right.
his best memory. This is easy.
I already know.
Hands down, the London game. I bought tickets for it, blacked out drunk. I forgot about that. Remember
Dude,
that?
that
He
was
just booked.
crazy. As soon as you mentioned it, that's the first thing I said. That was crazy. I remember we were all buying it, and then he just jumps in the chair. He's like, "Oh, I'm fucked up. I'm just gonna buy it."
I know, dude.
It was
Such a
great.
baller move.
I know.
Not going to lie, I was kind of upset the next morning because I knew the trip would cost a lot of money, but it was worth every cent. London is
Mhm.
amazing. Slugging beers and watching the Broncos win was every bit of incredible. Broncos only won 5 games last season. They would have only won 4 if we weren't in attendance. I really need to check out the DMVR tailgate in Denver next.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And I've been to the DNVR tailgate in Denver. I know you have been to, and that's a great
Mhm.
atmosphere too. But I don't think there will ever be, you know, an event like that, like we did in London. I just don't think you can top that.
Dude.
I don't, go ahead.
No, dude. I'm just like I'm reminiscing in my mind. Like just
I know.
top weekend of all time, just the best.
Yeah, for sure. It was fun. It was fun.
But very high hopes for the Vegas game
I
this year.
know. I know. Me too.
Why do you say I know like you're not going to go? That was a very you that are you going?
I mean, we'll see when the details come out. Things have
Details are
changed,
out.
bro. I'm sorry. Things have changed. I'm a different man now. I'm a, you know, Fajer. So now,
Yeah.
as soon as I heard it on the pod the other day, I turned to my girl and I was like, "Hey, Vegas in September, baby, let's go." So it's definitely on the books.
Nice. And it's Castro's birthday weekend, so it's going to be fucking lit. The boys are going to
Okay,
be
I'm out.
there. All right, who is his favorite player?
Is this Mac Jones?
No.
No,
Good guess.
Kyle Pitts.
Yes, very
There we
good.
go. Yeah,
He could
Kyle
not be
Pitts.
stopped. Play action to the left. Mac Jones found him every time, or he
Yeah,
ran for the first down. Pick your fucking poison. Pitts on the sideline, comeback routes was deadly too.
yeah, yeah. Kyle Pitts was dominant.
All right. His fun fact: I
Okay.
have over 120 pairs of sneakers. Sneaker collecting is one of my biggest passions. Pops was always in a fresh pair of shoes when I was growing up, and it carried over to me. Some say it's crazy, but if I sold all my pairs, I'd profit close to 15K. Damn,
Wow,
that's sick.
that is sick. Let me get a pair. Are
Dude's
you are
probably
you a
got
big
way
shoe
bigger
guy?
feet than you did.
Yeah, I mean, way bigger than everything. Uh, are you a big shoe guy?
Not really. I kind of geek out over buying running shoes, but that's very different than
Yeah,
what he's talking about.
yeah. What a dork. All right. Never mind. Continue.
Did I ruin it?
Oh,
All
what
right,
running shoes?
all right, dude. All right. Anything else? This is, dude. How much better is this than fucking Hank's league member spotlight?
What
This is
even
so much.
mention Hanks?
Because because like as a reference point, it's like this is how it can be really good.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is great.
No, yeah.
Hank's
Hank fumbled the bag and he got what he deserved.
he did.
He got humiliated on every platform possible. So that's
He
great.
really did. That was awesome. All right, so
Let me guess.
anything
Let me
else?
guess.
Mhm.
This fun fact or anything else is not to do anything with his height because to
Oh,
point out
yeah.
Alex, tall beast.
Tall, yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. When you're tall, you don't need to tell people.
right.
Alright, but it's a good anything else. Anything else? Yes. Leave Cortland Sutton and Russell Wilson alone. My my dogs are going to have a bounce back year. To the haters, I know who you are. Yeah, us. That's us. Cortland Sutton haters for sure. You're
Yeah.
still a believer in Russell Wilson.
Yes, I am. I am.
To the haters, I know who you are. Keep that same energy when they turn it around. So good.
Yeah, and that reminds me of a funny story and how this Cortland Sutton hate started, especially between Yumi and Alex. We were in London. We were like what 5-6 beers deep already walking to the game after the
At
tailgate.
least. Mhm.
Yeah, we were walking to the game and Alex is just going off on how big of a game Cortland Sutton's gonna have. He's gonna catch a couple of touchdowns, 100 yards plus. Russell Wilson's gonna feed him. And he's just going off on Cortland Sutton. We finally get to the game, sit in the seats. We're all watching. We get the ball first, and the first snap, Russell under center drops back, throws a slant to Cortland who gets manhandled on the line of scrimmage and almost gets intercepted.
Yeah.
The looks we gave Alex, it was so funny.
He
We were
literally got
all
jammed into the ground.
oh yeah, he got bullied, and all of our heads were immediately like a snap to him. You're just like looking straight, just trying to like avoid eye contact. So, um, hey man, we're all Broncos fans. When Cold Sonic
Mhm.
turns around, there's not gonna be only person who's gonna be happier than me is probably Alex. Everybody else probably the same as me. So,
Yeah,
um,
would love to be wrong. Would love to be
yeah,
wrong.
but we're not going to be. Cold's hadn't washed for sure. I'm sorry, Cold.
Yeah, TP season. TP, Judy, Mims. It's all we need.
Yep. I'm ready to move on. And speaking of moving on, great LMS. Great LMS. One of my favorite ones for sure thus far.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump into what the people have been waiting for. I feel like they just come, they want to hear about their teams, and then they split out of here. So we had to save this shit till the end. But we've got the tiers. Let's pull them up. There's definitely going to be some movement. If you guys see, we've got some initial movement already. We had to create a new category called Who the Fuck Knows? And we had to drop the Cardinals in there. Um,
Mhm.
what's the guy's name?
It's Chasey.
Chasey J.
Yeah, Chasey. I wonder if it's just Chase or is it actually Chasey? Not a common thingy here, right? Chasey.
Yeah, Chasey J98. I've never heard somebody go by Chasey. That's a chase. But he said he's a 6 or a 6.5 out of 10 in terms of the Madden ability scale. So we'll see. I feel like we've heard 6 from a few people, and it can either be really good or really bad.
Not gonna lie. I don't like 6 because when I came into the league, I think you and I both said the same thing, right? 8. Did you say you were 8 out of 10?
Yeah, either like a 7 or 8.
I definitely said 8, and I think you did too. So, and I thought I was being modest, So at with that logic going, if he's being super modest, then okay. But if he's being legit, then
Well,
we'll see. We'll
Stu
see. I don't
Stu
want
raised a good point in the chat.
to.
He goes, I also rated myself a 6 out of 10 and have been beaten into
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, without I didn't want to come out mean, but we'll see. Uh, First game's tonight, I believe, against. Oh, hello. We lost Will. Looks like. Are we still live even? Um. Okay, I'm live. So we lost Will. Let's see if we can get him back in here real quick. Oh, I don't have the graphics, bro, so I can't roll with it. Uh-oh. All right. Well, hopefully he comes back in. All right. The lights too much, bro. The lights too bright. I'm not ready for a solo pod. Who's the most overrated and most underrated teams? Um, Most overrated team. Man, that's too much to go off of right now. Hold on. Give us 1 minute. Sorry about the technical difficulties, boys. All right. So quick update. Will's Wi-Fi went out, and as soon as he's working on fixing it right now, as soon as he fixes, he'll jump back in. But man, I wish I had tiers saved. I think I do. 1 second. All right. So there's gonna be some movement for sure. The biggest one obviously is the Cardinals. Newcomer, we still have to see where they fall in compared to other players. And for now, as you saw briefly there, we made a new segment or new tier. Who the fuck knows? Just to leave them there for probably this next 3 week span. I feel like within the 3 weeks we'll have good enough sample size to kind of judge which tier they belong to. Now I'm gonna review some of the big ones that I when Will comes back we're gonna talk about. I predict we're gonna have some movement on these teams specifically. Packers and Panthers. They were on top tier at Daddy's. I mean, Panthers for sure have been struggling. I think they're 1-3 since we put them in there. Uh, Will mentioned it earlier. AFC East, ate them up. Let's see. Big wins for Dolphins, Jets, from not so big Daddy's tier. Hopefully, we see them moving around a little bit, and we'll hear from his oh Jock in the chat. I don't know what happened. Come on, Jock, figured it out. Um, let's see. We got Bears, Bengals, Browns. They've been on a dull slope. Those three teams right there. I think Bengals have a big one. Actually, Bengals have been coming up. They're 6-2. Bengals and Browns though. Browns just suffered a beatdown against the Patriots, 36-7. But they're still a 6-3. There's plenty of time for them to make up. Uh, Logan, man, I can't wait to hear from Will. I know he's a big Logan guy, big Titans guy. So 4-3 going up against the new guy tonight, I believe. That's gonna be a fun matchup. Mr. Two times 5-4. Just beat the division rival Jarrell. So he's one game ahead of the Titans. And then you got Steelers at 3-5. Man, what a sluggish game against the Bills today. 17-14. Bills came out with a win on that one. Other than that, lovable underdogs. You got the Lions at 5-2-1, who just beat down the Packers. I mentioned this earlier, but we got to talk about that game. And possibly, we're most definitely going to be moving around some Lions within the tiers too. Cowboys have been struggling. They're on the bye right now. Colts have been struggling. Seahawks, Chargers, a lot of CPU games for Chargers, so they've been losing a lot. They recently just lost to me Raiders 35-30, but Shador Sanders is actually a fun quarterback. He was dicing me up. Saints, Ravens, lovable underdogs. We got and then bottom feeders. Bills at 4-5. Are they digging their way out of the bottom feeders? We'll see. Kansas City. Wow, what a surprising year for the Chiefs. 1-8. They've been in a playoff hunt almost, I want to say, every single year so far, and this is the worst season they've had. So it's gonna be an interesting one to see. Uh, how did he finishes this rest of the season even. The Commanders currently on a bye. San Francisco 49ers, they have life. I want to say depend how Cardinals new user have. Oh, there we go. We got him back. Uh, but yeah, we'll see about San Francisco 49ers. All the NFC West stuff probably depends on Cardinals and how they line up with in the division and how many games they can pull off, because it's not too big of a gap there. 3-5, 5-3. Uh, but as far as rosters go, I think Cardinals have the best roster, so the new user should have plenty of weapons for him to squeeze out a couple more wins. All right. Well, Will, gotta pay your bills, man. You can't just
Yeah, well, thank you for
yeah.
setting the stage. I mean, I pay the bills. I don't know what the hell happened. My router, I
Right.
needed to go reset the router. This never happens in my house. I got the most reliable internet in the league. Everybody says it about me. I never have any desync issues. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I'm happy to be back. I was listening, and I appreciate you kind of setting the stage for this conversation. I heard you say a lot of good things about a lot of teams, but we need to dive into it in a little more detail. And I think the
Yeah.
first thing that we got to do, if you don't mind, be kind of just jumping right in here, is I think we need to make a new addition to the Big Daddies. You know
Okay.
what that is? I'm moving the Dolphins up to the Big Daddies after taking out the Super Bowl champions in dominating fashion today. 55-23. The Dolphins moved to 7-1. And I know this is like the Jokic MVP argument that a lot of people were saying on Twitter. It's like you don't
Okay.
want to give
Let's
him
hear
the
it.
MVP. You don't want to give him the MVP again because of lack of playoff success. But at the end of the day, like what they're doing is special. So we can't discount him for last season. Let's give him his credit for what he's doing so far this season. He's 7-1. So
You
I think we got to
cheeky.
move him up, and I think we got to move the Falcons. Do we move the Falcons?
Um. Well, first of all, you cheeky bastard. I like how you used Jokic, Jokic analogy there. Just to, I mean, I can't disagree with that. So, no, yeah, I think it's it's a good thing to move up Dolphins up there. It makes sense. Falcons though, I mean, looking at Falcons schedule, right? They still got Lions, Giants, Patriots on the schedule.
Okay.
For you to stay up there at the Big Daddies, you're gonna have to come up and I can forgive you loss to the Patriots, but you gotta come and beat the Giants and the Lions, right?
Yeah.
Those are the teams I expect you to beat. So for now, I think we can move at the bottom of the Big Daddies. Uh, Especially if you're putting Dolphins up there, one of them has to lose. Maybe whoever loses that gets bumped down. I think that's fair too. So if you want to bump Falcons down to not so big daddies, I don't think that's super
No,
unfair.
I don't want to do that yet because his only other losses to the Panthers, which we know they've got their battles,
Yeah,
and the Dolphins. It's like that's an AFC squad that Jason really never sees. Like that's in interconference game, you don't really know how that's going to go. You might be able to just throw that one away.
man, Bijan Robinson just eating 20 carries for 190 yards, nine and a half yards per pop. Sheesh, that's a tough day.
Well,
I'll,
that's Christian's formula. If he's going to do well, it's got to be because of Bijan.
right, it is, and I wonder if Jason went away. What he does best is running the ball himself, right? With Braylon Allen, he had 5 carries for 97 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he got stuffed a couple of times and broke one. I mean, we were obviously not watching the game as it happens, but yeah, big Russian attack from the Dolphins. Take care of the business. Xavier Ward also 5 catches for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, just a lot of offense.
Mhm.
But Falcons were turning the ball over. Looks like, which you can't do when you're competing against the best.
I've got another mover at the top of my mind, unless you
All
have
right.
one that you want to move.
Well, I was gonna say, unfortunately, I think our boy Stevie and Stevie has to get bumped down. The thing is, how far do we bump him down? Currently at 4-4. Uh, I don't know.
Well, let's think about his losses, right? He's lost to who? The Patriots, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the Jets. So I
Right.
think putting him at the bottom of not so big daddies is
Okay.
fine because we know he's going to make the playoffs. So I don't really want to drop him down to the average shows, even though he is 4-4.
Uh, that's fair argument. I'll definitely heed to that.
Okay.
All right.
All
What's
right.
next?
Then my other mover is going to be the Packers. I want to move the Packers just ahead of the Panthers just because they were 7-0 last time we talked. And since then, he got blown out by the Lions this past week, and he lost in a tight one to the Commanders. And the Commanders we have all the way down here as a bottom feeder. So that was a big hit to the Packers.
For sure. For sure. And deservedly so. You gotta move down a tier when that happens. They do have let me see. They got Bears, Browns, Vikings, Bears coming up. So uh, you're gonna have a chance to earn your maybe not your big daddy status. That's gonna come after you play Panthers and Broncos specifically. But for now, I think that's a fair spot to put him. All right, who's next? Now, is that top four set for you for now?
I definitely like the top four. I'm just wondering if there's any more teams we should be moving up into Big Daddies because I think Broncos we got to keep them there. Patriots, we definitely got to keep them there. My thing is, do either of the Jets or the Raiders belong in the Big Daddies?
Well,
That's the conversation I want to have.
I'll speak for the Raiders.
Okay.
So the last time we talked, the reason we put him in the not so big daddies, we were, I believe, 5-2 with only two losses to the Broncos. Since then, the Raiders have beaten Colts, Chiefs, and Chargers. Uh,
Mm,
is
yeah,
that
true.
does that push the needle? No, I think that I said this even. I was like, unfortunately, Raiders are not gonna have a chance to move up to the big daddies because they
I
don't have
remember
big
this
games
now.
coming up. Yeah, soon. So they will have a chance maybe next time we visit this when they got Giants, Lions, Cowboys after the bye week. We'll see how those games turn out, and then we can talk about it. But I think for now, not so top of the not so big daddies is probably where we keep them. Uh, let's see. And then next one was the
The
Jets.
Jets, on the other hand, their last three games, they beat the Giants, who on the road. We have a lot of respect for Einhorn, even though he hasn't had the best season.
Yeah.
He blew out Stevie, straight up blew him out, and he beat the Bills CPU. I think we had him in the not so big daddies right after he lost to the Falcons.
Uh, yeah,
So is
probably.
it enough? Because if anything, we'd put him like right here.
No, that couldn't have been because I was at 5-2. It was week 7, so he was around probably before he played the Panthers. I'm guessing.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, what do you want to do?
Is it fair to say that maybe he jumped the Raiders just because he had the Panthers and the Giants are kind of more impressive wins than you've had in the last few weeks? I don't think there's much separating these two teams right now.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs. That's fine. Yeah, you can put them in there.
Okay.
They did play tougher opponents recently, so I won't argue too much against that. All right. What about the Giants? Next one on the.
I
How do you
think
feel about the Giants?
The Giants, we got to move them down because yes, they've had three really hard opponents. When we put him here, he was coming off a win against the Cowboys, which was really impressive.
Yeah.
But since then, he lost to the Broncos and he lost by 16, but it didn't really seem like he had a chance really in that game. He lost to the Lions by 7, and then he lost to the Jets by 3. But I think it was like a 10 point game. He got a garbage time touchdown. So for me, he's like a top of the average Joe's type of guy right now. Right now,
Yeah. That's gonna happen to you when 3-game losing streak. I mean, even if you win maybe one of these, like against the Lions, I feel like I expect you to win that game. So just the fact that because when you're looking at these, would you say he would be favored in Lions and then he'd be underdog against Broncos and Jets?
I mean, what I've seen lately from the Lions, I don't, and Jaron Hall being an MVP candidate, I don't think.
Okay,
I think
because
the
I mean,
Lions.
Lions at the end of beginning of the season as we have them at the lovable underdogs. So we obviously didn't see this type of play coming from the Lions. So I think going into that game, Giants would have been favored. So uh, I would have forgave
Sure.
loss to Broncos and Jets, but losing all three, not so much. So yeah, I think
Okay.
it is a fair judgment to move them down to average Joes for now. All right, so moving next to the Bears. All right, how do we feel about the Bears?
The Bears are like a very quiet 6-2. I haven't really heard much from Adam in terms of like, um, wins that he has. But I'm looking at his schedule right now.
Yeah,
His last three wins are not the most impressive wins.
yeah, it's easy wins, and I think kind of like same with me. Just that's why you stay in the same spot. You
Okay.
got Packers twice and Lions coming up within the next 4 weeks, so that's your chance to get some respect from us to get in a tier above. So for now, I think we can keep him in the spot that he's in right now. All right, the Bengals, man. What happened
We
to
definitely got
Scott?
to start. We definitely have to start by flipping these two teams because we saw.
Yeah, head to head.
Granted, it was in Cleveland, but the Browns won 45-17. So the first of those two matchups,
Hmm.
Browns got the better of them. So let's
Yeah.
make that switch.
Okay. Bengals lost 2 divisional games in the last 3 weeks, so definitely not good. Beat the Vikings pretty heftily.
The
Got
wins against the
Patriots
Dolphins and Bears are still doing a lot for me though. For the Bengals, like that's what's making me want to keep them around.
for sure, for sure. I mean, win against the Dolphins. That's a top tier. I mean, Big Daddy tier
Mhm.
team right there. So that was such an impressive win.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Moving on. I'm all right. Talk to me about the Titans. This I know that you're a big Titans guy.
I am a big Titans guy. I love the Titans. I brought out the Titans bandwagon this year. I said they were going to win the division, and he like he played the Broncos, right? And I watched pretty much that entire game because I was
Mhm.
super intrigued by that matchup. And what
He played
where
him
what
well.
he played him really well. And when I watched the Broncos play Einhorn, it was kind of close, but I knew that RK it was not in doubt at any point.
Yeah.
With Titans, like that was a real game. Like he could have absolutely won that game.
He
So
definitely felt like he made RK, more uncomfortable if we've seen him in a recent um game. So it was a
I don't think
fun.
anyone's played defense that well against RK ever.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
even in the
absolutely.
Super Bowl with the Falcons beating him. So he
Mhm.
gets a lot of respect from me for that game. Almost makes me want to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can we do this? Can we go Vikings? I mean Giants all the way down here, just kind of slide everybody up.
I like it.
And maybe is this too far? He's how
Maybe
many got?
maybe past Bengals
Yeah.
because they have
Okay.
lost 3 of last 4. So moving them up already uh feels feels
Yeah,
like we're
his
doing them a favor. But again, like that the game against the Broncos definitely carries a lot of weight.
mhm.
Uh we'll see tonight. Hopefully he gets a win tonight. And then he has Colts Jacks, so he's gonna have a chance to, tighten that race in the division against for the Texans. And then man, we've been talking about this week 18 setup for Texans matchup. I'd love to. It
Oh
looks
my
like it's
god.
gonna be a good one.
We got to
Week
commentate
15
that one
and
or
18.
something.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'd be down to do that. All right, let's move on. Speaking of Devil, Mr. Two times today's LMS, the Texans. Uh,
Got smoked by the Patriots, but then
yeah,
bounced back with a win over Jarrell. Tough
yeah,
win over Jarrell.
yeah, for sure.
I kind
Lost
of think he
against
just stays put.
Browns. Yeah, stays put for now for sure. Yep, you're right. Good call. Steelers, they're sliding for me. Um,
Well, that was a CPU loss to the Ravens, or a
right.
sim loss to the Ravens. So
Well, lost to the Bills. That's a
yeah,
bottom feeder. At least that's how we have it identified. So probably gonna put you on there.
let's
You can
put him at
probably put
the.
him ahead Ravens. Maybe you had
I'm
Saints.
sure we'll move. We'll move a
Right,
lot
right.
of these
Okay,
guys. I'll just put him here
gotcha,
for now.
gotcha. All right. Now this is an interesting one. Lions. And we talked about Lions a little bit already in the MVP race. Jaron Hall, at number 2 spot. I mean, guys, not turning the ball over at all. He's playing a really, really good football, and just threw down a beat down on a top seeded or top tier team Packers, 35-6, absolute beat down. 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for Duran Hall. A defense is
Damn.
balling. Um, Jameson Williams, 4 catches, 92 yards and a tug. I mean, he's spreading the ball around too. Four players with at least 4 catches. Um, 3 touchdowns for Tutu Atwell. Like, who the fuck is this guy? 5'9", 160 pounds. Little guy. Huh.
Dude, I'm just
Um,
looking at his schedule though. Like he
yeah.
beat the Packers, that's awesome. He beat the Giants, that's awesome. But it's just bringing me back to that Lions Cowboys game, the tie
Oh
game,
my god.
24-24. One of the most Classic Dan games like ever.
Yeah,
Didn't Dan miss the game-winning field goal at the end of
he
regulation?
missed the
Or who?
he, yep, he missed the game-winning field goal. And what happened in overtime? There's something another
He
thing that
ran
happened
out
in
of time.
overtime.
He just
Oh
didn't
my
wasn't thinking
god!
about the clock. He had a great run with Jonathan Taylor down to like the 15-yard line, went out of bounds, and there was like 19 seconds left, and then he just runs another play, and the clock just runs out. Like I don't know
And
what he thought was going to happen.
I think instead of spiking a ball, he did a hurry up.
Mm,
Got into formation again. Yeah. Um, I mean, it's fair to say that Lions got away with a tie there. Probably should
yeah,
have lost that game, but still, I mean, beating the Giants and the Packers, um, those are huge wins.
this is where I'm thinking for Lions right here.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely, yeah. I mean, jumping 4 teams in our rankings, that's a hell of a move up for you, and you'll have a chance to move up even farther. You got Falcons coming up, Bears, Raiders. You got some dogs coming up. So
Little NFC Championship rematch with the Falcons.
I
That's fun.
know, close game too, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it really could have gone either way. He had a big first half lead. I thought he was going to win that game.
Yeah,
All right, Cowboys. Or yeah, Cowboys. So last time we talked about the Cowboys, they were coming off a loss to the Packers 28-7. That was probably when we were highest on the Packers. Since then, he tied the Lions, which we just talked about, and then he beat the Chargers CPU. So
probably stays where he's at for now.
yeah, I think so.
I'd say so. Yeah. Uh, yeah. This late game clock management issues, just eating, just yeah, destroying the legacy of Dan Dawson in Dallas for sure.
It's time for Dan to get right, though. He's got the bye week, and then he's got Commanders, Vikings, Eagles. 3 wins he should rattle off, and then he gets ready for his tough stretch. Broncos, Raiders, Cardinals, we don't know if that's hard anymore, and then Eagles, Patriots, Chiefs. So we'll see what he can do.
For
I'm not
sure.
counting him out, but
No.
it hasn't been pretty so far.
All right. Move on to Colts.
Colts, I've never
Mm,
seen Beeve lay the smackdown like this. He beat
I know.
Lou 49-3. When's the last time you saw Beeve put up 49 points? Damn.
I mean, he beat the Jags 41-21 week 5.
Damn.
But yeah,
Avery Johnson with 5 touchdowns, no picks.
yeah, great game for him. I mean, he had 8 incompletions on the day, threw 34 times. It's
Damn.
great. It's awesome.
But
Uh
I don't think we can move him much because he got blown out by the Raiders and lost to the 49ers.
yeah, for sure. Probably, yeah, exactly. Probably stays ahead of the Seahawks. That's about it. Chargers, CPU Chargers, man. I'm almost probably moving down 3 game losing streak. Which is sad because they're like losing and winning in threes. Started 0-3, tied up to 3-3, and then went on CPU and then lost 3 in a row. So
Wait a second.
actually that loss against the Chiefs was also
What
on
was
CPU.
that?
Don't worry about it.
Tell me.
It's my alarm.
I just hold on. I see Stevie in the chat. Go ahead and drop Panthers a few more levels. I'm like refreshing this shit because I saw it was 14-14 in like the third quarter or something with the Rams. Did the Rams beat the fucking Panthers?
No. Let's see. Yes. Oh my god.
He lost?
Yes, he did. 24-21.
Oh my god. All right,
Wow.
hold on. Let's some housekeeping from the chat. All right, so y'all also skipped the Browns and only talked about the Bengals. All right, I mean, we said that you blew out the Bengals. I mean, if you really want us to talk about the Browns, you followed up your big win over the Bengals with a 36-7 loss. I mean,
Stinker. Yeah, I think.
so
Yeah, I
we're gonna
think.
you're in a good position to make a run for the rest of the season. You guys both have difficult schedules. You guys have both had very good games and very bad games. You're 6-3. You're in the pole position right now, Castro.
Oh my god. Dang, man. I mean, I'm looking at the stats from Panthers Rams game. Justin Fields, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 12 for 15, 80% completion percentage. You think he's winning that game, but Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 15 of 17. And then Dalvin Cook, 22 carries for 111 yards, 5 yards per
Wow.
carry. Damn, I wonder if this was like,
He game managed the shit out of him, it sounds
yeah,
like. He just played keep away a little.
yep. Uh,
Holy shit. All right, so what do we do with the Panthers now?
Man, this is tough. Against
I think we
CPU, he said?
no.
No, this has to be a CPU.
Dude, it was not. He was playing Zach.
No.
Yes.
Oh my Stevie, come on, man. Wake up. What are we doing?
All right, Stevie, you got to uninstall 2K right now. You've been playing too much time.
Yeah,
You've been
get off
doing too much
COD.
pro-am.
Lock
Yeah.
in, dude. Rams. Actually, Rams beat you on your last year. Not Rams.
Zach can get you.
Yeah.
Zach can
Yeah,
get you.
he's a sneaky. You definitely cannot overlook him because he'll catch you off guard sometimes. So it's so tough though. 21-24. Wow.
4 and 5. We almost got to go. Let's put him at the top of lovable underdogs.
Yeah.
Sheesh, what a stretch for the Panthers. Damn.
I know. 4-game losing streak. Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, Rams. All right, well, Bucks and Seahawks gotta get that.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh boy, Stevie. All right. Oh, who do we got next? Seahawks? It's not been going well for Lou either.
No, it has not. Hasn't won a game since he beat the Bears. Impressive win against the Bears week 3.
Yeah, I know, but those now he's lost 5 games in 6 weeks since then. So I mean,
yeah,
we can't be holding. We gotta move on from that game.
yeah, for sure. Probably moves down to bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Definitely not competitive. I mean, behind 49ers for sure. 49ers are putting some wins together. So
Okay, Edge correcting us in the chat. I thought it was Edge that missed. Edge missed the game-winning field goal at the end of the game, and then Dan blew it in overtime. I think, pretty sure.
No. Edge missed 1 extra point and a field goal, and then he iced the kicker when. Yeah, he iced Dan to kick the game-winning field goal, and he missed it. I remember Dan saying something like, "I don't feel as bad because I know you missed field goals too." Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
I know Dan also missed field goals in his game against
Yeah.
Stevie. I'm getting confused about those
I am
games.
too. I am too. Because I also remember Stevie saying, "I can't believe he's still kicking that." So maybe it was
Yeah.
Lions who missed it. So it was a wild game for sure.
It was very easy to confuse, like Panthers, Lions, both cats, and they're both blue and black and silver. It's tough. Forgive us, guys.
Yeah. All right, Saints. Man. God. Yeah, not pretty. Big gaps between the wins there. Beat the Seahawks. So
it's
maybe
getting crowded in the bottom feeders.
I know. Maybe you put him against the right above Seahawks as they beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Head to head.
Can we still see? How does it look?
Yeah,
Looking good.
All right. Steelers.
Steelers, we already moved down. We already talked about them.
Okay. Gotcha. So next one would be Ravens.
No. Bill. Oh, yeah. Ravens. Sorry.
Ravens. Yeah, sorry. Skipped on Ravens. I mean, yeah.
Ravens. And Ravens, we only kept them in the lovable underdogs because I was talking shit on him and everybody kind of came to his defense. So I think we got to move him down to bottom feeders where he belongs.
Well, you were talking shit on him and then he blew out the Rams, the same Rams that beat the Stevie just now. So,
So Cam's better than Stevie?
Put him ahead of Panthers? No.
All right, we'll keep him in lovable underdogs then. I'm cool with that.
No, you can't. We can probably move him to the bottom feeders.
Well, he's going to play Mike. I wonder if he's going to beat the Vikings. Let's put him right next to the Vikings, and whoever wins, we can move them.
Gotcha. All right, Bills.
Let's move them up.
Yeah, Bills can come up for sure. 2-game winning streak. Eagles, Steelers, lost to the Buccaneers. Oh, CPU game. God. Yeah, that's the brother game, right? Brother was in town.
Yes.
The worst brother in history, apparently.
I know. Doesn't let him play video games. Messed up.
Yeah, what are you, your brother or your dad?
That's a good one. I like that one.
Thanks, Zinger. Lost the Dolphins, Jets before that. Yeah, I mean underdog for sure, but he has a chance to. Man, he has a chance to go on a streak here. He has Saints, Ravens, Bengals coming up before he faces the Patriots. So, yeah, we'll see.
And he can beat the Patriots. He has
Of course he
before.
can. Yeah, Patriots suck. All right,
That's the number
Chargers.
one Big Daddy, bro. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, we already talked about Chargers, didn't we? We're catching
Yeah,
up
we
on
did.
some. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs. Man, probably bottom of the bottom feeders. I kind of touched on them when I was rambling by myself, but what a what a season for the Chiefs, man.
I hope he has got his draft picks.
I hope so too. Picking number one overall, taking a quarterback. Do we have a draft imported? Nope,
No.
we probably don't. Um, our boy
Riley's been traveling.
Riley, yeah, he's been slacking. So, man, he won against Steelers week 1, 2014. Has not won since. Lost to CPUs twice. Lost to users. No, he lost to CPU once, I think. Lost to users. Got blown out. Lost close games. I mean, he's lost in every fashion you can imagine. Tough.
Getting creative with it.
Yeah, he's not no, getting creative in losses. Come on, Phil. We put too much on his plate. Ever since he became a commissioner, he doesn't have time to game
I
plan with
know,
his
dude. Same
opponents.
thing happened to me right when I became a commissioner. I started losing games.
Damn. At least,
I think we got a few that we can do quickly that I want to move up
okay.
because, like I said, bottom feeders is getting too crowded. So Commanders,
Commanders.
they
Yeah.
beat they were coming off wins against the Vikings and Eagles, and we were like, man, it's not that great. But then he beat the Packers, so that's big.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 49ers, I think they kind of stay put. But the other team I wanted to move up was the Jaguars, who beat the Chiefs. They beat the Cardinals. He sent fucking Derek into retirement, and then he played a close game against the Texans. So I want to put him here. And then
Yep.
the other team, I want to move the Rams up right here.
I like it. I think that's a fair movement.
Thank you.
Rams with a big upset over the Panthers. He's lucky he's not getting put ahead of Panthers. All right. I think this is it, right?
This is it. I mean, we didn't talk about the Vikings. They're 0-8 right now. If they beat the Ravens, they can move up a couple spots. We didn't talk about the Eagles. Let me see Stu, what he's been doing lately.
I got it up right now. He's been doing a lot of losing.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Beat the Rams in week 3, and that's it. Well, unlike Phil, he's been losing in the same fashion, which is a lot of getting blown out. So lost to the Lions 75-26. Sheesh.
Yeah, Stu's just putting his head down, trying to keep it moving until next Madden. We've been saying that about him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. True.
prepping.
All right. And then we touched on. I mean, we can talk about the Buccaneers, I guess. I don't think we
Nothing
had
really to
to.
say. I don't think
Yeah.
we've seen Caleb play a game
We
in
don't went over
months.
the yeah. CPU went over the Bills. CPU lost to Rams. Panthers on the schedule might be a get right game for him. So
All right.
go over
So
your
this
head.
is it. This is it for now, boys. But obviously, as you saw, a lot of movement. The ball's in your court. It's only week 8 or week 9 or something, so a lot of movement can still be had out here.
Week 9. Yep. Cool. Good pod for sure. Ooh,
Yeah, sorry about my internet. Ooh.
I know. I know, dude. You've been slacking in the IT department. Get you. We got listeners. Come on, man. We got fans listening. How many views we got? Look at the comment chat. People are
I
just
know.
people are just commenting and shit.
Well,
Keep
this is what
scrolling.
happens when you guys don't buy all Madden merch from allmadden.com is, I can't pay my Wi-Fi bill, shit goes out on us. So get over there, get your all Madden t-shirts. It's good. It's some
Mhm.
good threads over there. I think it's hoodies. I mean, it's not hoodie season anymore, but t-shirts, long sleeves, short socks.
Yeah, cool thing about me, I guess not a cool thing. I'm not Hank. I'm not gonna say it's fun fact or anything, but I like to keep my house pretty chill,
Mm.
sub 70. So I rock hoodies all the time at the
Hoodie
house.
in the summer guy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So no, for sure they got cool. I rock the all Madden sweater all the time. It's nice and
Oh, little
cozy.
crew neck.
Crew neck, love crew necks. Big crew
Yeah,
neck
me
guy
too.
right here. Yeah. All right, man. I think that wraps up for tonight. Good talking to you. Good pod. Couple of covered plenty of stuff. We got new members in the league. Welcome to the league, Chasey, Jay. Uh, Goodbye, Derek. I did a little farewell to Derek. Yep, peace sign. Shout out to Derek. We talked about great LMS. Our boy two times Alex reminisced
Go.
about London trip. Every pod we reminisce about London trip is a good pod.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and then we touched on our awards race and obviously our tiers. So good pod. Next time we'll probably hit the tiers again, but we'll have some other stuff to talk about too. So
Yeah, or maybe we'll throw in a different segment and give like the
yeah.
tiers a little bit to breathe. Maybe we'll do like 6 weeks until the next tier so we
Mm,
can do some serious movement. We'll see.
wow. Okay.
We'll brainstorm some stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'm open to that. Other than that, man, play your games. Let's get this advance going. I got bye weeks couple of days coming up, so let's get these games played. You guys not doing anything. We got
Yeah,
let's
too
see.
many games left.
I know 1, 2, 3, 4 games left. We like so many teams on by. All right, bro. Good talking to you.
Later, brother.
Later, brother.